Gotcha. I'm trying to keep this clean for YouTube, but anyway. Hey yo, who saw the Mike Tyson Roy Jones fight? That was history. I heard something move. Something must have fell in. I don't know. But that was history. That fight was great. But before we talk about the actual Mike Tyson Roy Jones fight, who saw Nate Robinson get knocked out? Oh my gosh. He got knocked out. Go. Nate Robinson got knocked out. Oh my. Snoop Dogg's commentary made it even better. All you heard Snoop says, "Oh Lord." And then Twitter was relentless. The internet was and is relentless about that. Let me tell you something. Oh, whoa. What happened here? See, the thing is, Jake Paul is also an amateur boxer, but he had way more training than Nate Robinson. Way more training. I thought we was gonna see like a silly fight, but I give Jake Paul his credit. Jake Paul was good in that ring. When I give Nate this, he started swinging the moment that bell rung, but he was sloppy. Whatever training he got went out the window the moment he stepped in that ring. Cause I think he got nervous. Once he realized he was actually in this, he was actually a part of this, he stepped in that ring, he was like, whoa, what did I get myself into? Oh my goodness. Like, when he went in there, he immediately went after Jake. I give him that. He went in there swinging. As soon as that bell rung, he went in there swinging. And the first few minutes, he was doing good. But then once Jake started swinging, all his training went out the window. He got sloppy real quick. And again, Jake Paul is an amateur himself, but he had way more training. Oh, shoot. He had way more training. And he had a fight before, which I didn't see the first fight, but I've heard he improved since that other fight. So after that other fight, he's continuously training and all that stuff. Now, he said at the end he want to go after Conor McGregor. I think that's how you say his name. He said he want to go after him, and I'm like, dude, he gonna tear you up. He ain't no match against him. But Jake Paul had bragging rights, but Nate. Cause like this is the crazy thing. This is the crazy thing. When he went in there again, he went in there rushing and was swinging, but he wasn't pacing himself. He went from doing this the first few seconds to he immediately went to street fighting because he was swinging like this. He's swinging like this. I'm like, he immediately went to street fighting, and like his defense was terrible. Like, and I'm not gonna get on him too bad about it because he's already got enough embarrassment by everybody else. But he started street fighting in there. And then, like, when he first got knocked down, I'm like, this is over. I'm surprised the refs continue letting him fight it. But I give him this. He got up. I thought he was going to stay down, but he got up. So I'm like, okay, cool. The second time he got knocked down, I'm like, just stay down. I'm like, bro, stay down. Stay down. I'm like, please stay down. He got up again. I was like, oh my goodness. And after that knockout, I'm like, my brother Leo, he kept saying he needs some milk. I'm like, I agree. He needs some milk because he... I'm sorry. Like, ever since... Mind you, the fight happened yesterday, right? By the time I'm gonna do highlights and talks of this 9 times out of 10, but this is the next day after the fight of this recording / stream. The memes have been relentless. Like, me and my bros, we got a group chat, and I've been steadily sending memes. The one that took me out, a lot of them took me out, but the one was the Yamcha one. Like, instead of Yamcha, you know when Yamcha got killed by the Saberman? The Saiyaman? Not Saberman? It's Saberman. The green things that Vegeta and Nappa brought to Earth that killed Yamcha. Instead of Yamcha being in the hole, it was Nate Robinson. Oh my God, oh my goodness. And again, Snoop Dogg's commentary was on point. I was dying. By the way, any professional sporting events from now on, Snoop Dogg need to do commentary. That was priceless. And I know people were like, oh, but like, I was watching a highlight, well, the Nate Robinson knockout. And I was looking at the comments and people was like, and somebody said this is his call, which I agree with, but then somebody responded and said, what, being ignorant? And I'm thinking to myself, really? Come on, we need to have some fun. We need that fun, laid-back energy. Everybody want to be, you know, professional. You got to be professional, of course, but everybody wants to be by the book. That was the fun thing about Snoop. He was not by the book. And that's what made it so fun. Man, but I give Nate Robinson his props. He was brave enough to step in that ring because it wouldn't be me. I don't care if it was Jake Paul or not. It would not be me stepping in that ring because, again, like they was all saying, boxing is one of those sports you don't play with. You could get hurt in that ring. There's people that died in the ring before. Ooh. And I just got nated. I'm stupid. Bruh, you know the term night-night, right? It's no longer night-night. It's called Nate-Nate. Oh, goodness. But yeah, Snoop need to do more commentary, bro. They need to cut him a check, man. They need to pay him to do it. Because his commentary was priceless. Bro, all in favor for Snoop doing commentary. But moving on. The actual fight against Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. That was a great fight. That fight was incredible. But Mike both of them did their thing, but especially Mike. I was a little mad that they labeled it as a draw, but I also understand it was a charity event, so. Get out of there. Get out of there. Anyway. I understand it was also probably a charity event and all that kind of stuff. But let's be real. Mike won that. Mike was tearing Roy up. Again, Roy was doing his thing. The fact he was able to hold his own against Mike Tyson, we got to give him that. But my thing was, I was mad because he kept gripping Mike. I'm like, fight in there. Because if you notice, Mike was ready to do those combos. I think even though Mike is a better person now, because back in the day, he would have been mad. But Mike is a better person now. But Mike was trying to pull off those combos. He was trying to pull off those combos. And every time he was getting ready to, Roy kept gripping him. He kept hugging him. I'm like, yo, stop hugging. But you saw Mike was plotting. He was plotting. You could tell when you got that look in his face, Mike was plotting. And at their age, because both of them in their 50s, but they was doing good in that ring. Although I will say this, Roy was starting to get tired. Roy was starting to get tired. You could tell he was breathing hard. Mike, on the other hand, he was keeping his composure. The only time you saw him really breathing hard is when he go in the corner. But when he was in the ring, he was like, I thought it was young Mike. And what's crazy is I've never seen an actual Mike Tyson fight live before because I was too young at that time. But I was so glad I watched that. I'm glad I got to watch that because that was history. I got to experience something. So that fight was great. But yeah, that fight was incredible. Like I said, they labeled it as a draw, which I was a little mad about, but that was still a good fight. Mike clearly won that though. Roy got a few good hits off of Mike, but Mike was killing it. Mike was killing it. Mike did his thing. It looks like and at the end of it, Mike was having fun. Again, old Mike Tyson, well, younger Mike Tyson would have been like, I should have won that match and this, that, and the other. But man, I'm glad Mike is at a better place than he was years ago. Because he said he was going through depression. And like last year, he was overweight. He lost over 100 pounds getting ready for the fight. So I gotta give Mike that. Mike seemed happy, and I'm glad he happy. Like, happiness is where it's at. You got to think about it. Back in the day, Mike Tyson was worth over 300 million, I believe. That number I could be off with that number, but Mike got less money now, but he seems legitimately happy now, and that's just to show that money does not buy happiness. He has less money than he had years ago, and he seems happy, and I'm glad, man. But yeah. That was history. That fight was history. But yeah, Nate, I still gotta give Nate his props. The fact that he stepped in the ring, I gotta give it to him. But I think that day he bit more he can chew. I honestly forgot about the other 2 fights. The other 2 fights was decent, but the Nate Robinson and Jake Paul fight, and then of course the Tyson and Jones fight was great. I just wish that Roy wasn't doing so much hugging, but then again, he was starting to get tired, and he know what Mike can do. But you know the funny thing, though, at the end, they was like, how does it feel to come out of, you know, they was talking about, they was asking Jones, is he scared of Mike Tyson, what he can do? And Mike said, this is what Mike said, it was like, y'all worried about him, what about me? I've been boxing 14 years. Meanwhile, Jones had just recently stopped boxing. But you know what's crazy though? Mike smokes a lot of weed, and for him to be able to keep up that long and all this kind of stuff, gotta give it to him. He did his thing out there. Ooh, a spot laser. I don't want to get rid of my shotgun though. Screw it. But yeah, that fight was legendary. But alright y'all, that's it for today's video. And as usual, if you liked this video, go ahead and press the like button. If you disliked this video, hopefully you didn't. But if you did dislike this video, go ahead and press the dislike button, because I always appreciate honesty. Drop a comment below, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, promoting peace, gaming, and wings.